Welcome to OPS 435 Open System Automation Online Demonstration. This short video demonstrates for Lab 1 Investigation 1 Task 3. And the task is to use the git clone command to clone the repository called Lab1 and explore a few important properties of the cloned repo. The URL of the repo Lab1 is at https://github.com/ray3ping/Lab1. So here is the main step for Investigation 1 Task 3 in Lab 1. It assumes that you already have the repository on GitHub and you know the URL. And we want to clone that repository into a Linux machine under your account. So the first thing that we are going to do is to log into Matrix or log into your own CentOS Linux system. And you have to make sure that you have the appropriate folder created for Lab 1. So you have to have the folder OPS 435 under your home directory. And then inside the OPS 435 folder, you create another folder called Lab 1. And that will be your working directory. And once you're in the proper folder, you run the git clone command with the given URL. And then you are going to do two more commands. One is the git log command. The other is the 3-a command to display the directory structure in the repo folder. So now I'm on my own Linux system. Since I already have the folder created, so I'm going to make the Lab 1 folder my current working directory. cd ops 435 Lab 1. And I do a git clone with the given URL. So it complains, say that the destination path already exists. So if I do ls, oh, I already have a folder with the same name as the repo I'm going to clone, so it detects that and it won't overwrite. So what I have to do is I have to remove the folder first, or I can rename it and then run the same git clone command. Now if the repository that you're going to clone is a public repository, GitHub will not ask you to identify yourself and authenticate you. Any public repository can be cloned without any username and password. So the message on the screen indicates that the clone process is successful. I do ls, I see the folder Lab1 get created again. So I'm going to switch to that new folder. And once I'm in the folder for the repository that I just cloned, I can run the git log command. The git log command just shows the commit history previously done on the original repository. And you can see that on this particular repository, there are 2 commits. And it's listed in reverse chronological order. The latest commit show up first Okay, so the second one is in the initial commit and then the update of the README file. So you are asked to redirect the output to capture the output into a file in the Lab1 folder and call gitlog.txt. If you do ls, you only see just one file in there because there's some hidden file. In order to display the hidden file, we add the -a option. And you can see there's a hidden directory called .git. So if you use the tree command with the -a option, it will display the directory structure in the repo folder. And there's quite a bit of file in there. And you should explore the content of each file and see whether you can figure out what they are for or do some research to find it out. The RED also asks you to capture the output of the tree -a for the lab submission. And you should capture the output, the repo tree.txt. Oh, sorry. There's a typo here. And then you go back to the Lab1 folder. So actually, the task 3 complete the so-called unit Lab0A. So you can use the feedback script to get some feedback to see whether you did it right, you complete the task or not. So we run the Python 3 command, and the feedback script is called chat lab1.py, and we use the option -f -v, and the unit test ID is lab0a. And you can see that it passed task 1, task 3. So it tests for git clone, it's okay, and the repo detail, the gitlog file is there, the repo tree file is there, and then you can move on to the next task or investigation. And this concludes this demonstration.